What it do, y'all? It's your boy True Blue back at it again for a first time reaction to this new song I just found out came out last week, titled Circles by TREY SONGZ. I'm ready to get into this, man. So without further ado, you already know we're gonna cut the chat, get in the track, and vibe out. Circles, baby. Let's get it. Shit.
Troy Taylor, you the GOAT.
Heard you here on the rebound, but you want me to put the beat down. In the group text with the team now. Spill it, do we feel it, then you leave out. Why is it every time that we say we're done, we always ending up back at square one? For me one, shame on you. For me twice, that won't do. Tell me that last time would be our last time. Guess you like breaking rules. Girl, I can't act like you are the only one that's confused. Cause I gotta do better with the choices I choose. If you're looking for closure, don't take it close off. No matter how hard we try, we can't say it's over. We going in circles, keep going in circles. You know we just gon' do this over and over, over and over, over and over again. We going in circles, keep going in circles, over and over again. It's a catch-22, cause when we win, we lose. I can't get over you and over getting overused, overdue over time, overnight, over mine. Out of sight, out of mind, should be getting out of line. Feeling like we back in time, rewind. One shame on you, for me twice, that won't do. Tell me that last time would be our last time. Guess you like breaking rules. Girl, I can't act like you are the only one that's confused. Cause I gotta do better with the choices I choose. If you're looking for closure, don't take it close off. No matter how hard we try, we can't say it's over. We going in circles, keep going in circles. You know we just gon' do this over and over, over and over, over and over again. We going in circles, keep going in circles, over and over again. Baby, we just cannot close that door. What we got right here is too real to ignore. But when you take me back, it's back and forth. We can't spell closure unless we're sure.
That's a classic
Let's
joint.
be sure. Let's be more. You can be mine, I'll be yours. Oh, if you wanna make things right, baby, just take my advice. If you're looking for closure, don't take it closer. No matter how hard we try, we can't say it's over. We going in circles, keep going in circles. Oh, we just gon' do this over and over, over and over, over and over again. Going in circles, going in circles. You know we just gon' do this over and over, over and over, over and over again. We going in circles, keep going in circles, over and over again.
That was dope. So a couple points I want to bring back. Y'all saw me got my eyes open big when the hook came, because that brought me some OG vibes. Not just from Trey doing him, but at the end of the day, this is like clear cut how Eric Bellinger sounded on the Rebirth, man, and me being really influenced by Eric Bellinger's music, man, because it's just gorgeous. Like, I hope Eric Bellinger hears this song and then he eventually thinks about doing an remix version, because if he does and he emulates what Trey did here, he'll essentially go back to being how he used to sing, like, which to me was the coldest thing in the game. And I'm not knocking Trey. Look, Trey did everything right, but man, I'm like, holy smokes, he's giving me the same vibes Eric Bellinger gave me in the Rebirth. And look, everyone knows how Trey's been. He's been kind of like that smooth dude, and now he's getting in that same mentality Eric Bellinger was a few years back before he started falling for the trend tricks, like a lot of really talented artists have. And man, it's just dope to know that Trey Songs, through thick and through, has never lost a damn step. I mean, look, you got some of the coldest, I mean, I don't want to say coldest, but like some of the most contemporary R&B tracks. I mean, you can go back to his first coming up days, going to Trey Day, Ready, Passion, Pain and Pleasure. Those are really some dope OG original R&B ballads. And then you get, I think the only miss for me would be like Chapter 5. I didn't really care for that. That was probably way too trendy. But then he finds his own platform where he balances something that's popping, and at the same time he keeps things close and relevant to him with Trigger. And Trigger was phenomenal. And after that, he has never missed. That was it. He found his home where he wanted to do things, and he was comfortable. And at the end of the day, he kind of had fun with it. He had his fun with it. At the same time, he still was serious about making good music. And I think that's the reason why I think, in my eyes, in my opinion, let me put it that way, that Trey Songs is the king of R&B currently as of today. So, like, with no due respect to the legends like Genuine and Usher, they definitely had their times where they shined as the kings. But now, it's been Trey's, man. It really has been. And in my opinion, it should have been Eric Bellinger's, given how he was really taking R&B to the next level. Not just being a one-woman type of man where he was making songs for people who are in love. But damn, you could have gone from grown man to actually being a family man type of mentality and make R&B, which Trey is about to hit pretty soon. A lot of people are saying that he's shifted his music direction because of the birth of his son. Now he's in that family man mindset. And look, that's beautiful, man. That's really gorgeous. And to me, that's dope, man. I mean, like, at the end of the day, art is art, and you gotta appreciate it for its beauty. So to me, this is just Trey Songs. I mean, I don't know what it is with this dude. It's crazy. It's like as if it was the norm for all artists to just drop off and fall off as soon as they hit the industry and get attention. It's like it was so depressing that it became a natural norm. And yet, he just keeps getting better and better. I can't understand this. Like, I'm telling you, the only other R&B artist that I've seen do this is August Alsina, who just freshly came off the Product 3 project. And he had to go through a lot of bullshit. Like, I'm telling you about being held back big time with becoming an unexpected guardian of his 3 nieces, losing his sister, having a liver disease, which hospitalized him for some good time, and of course, that entanglement. That aside, though, he's got through all that. He's got through all the obstacles and all the bullshit he had to deal with, and he got better, like phenomenally better. And for me, I'm like, okay, so there's actually competition for Trey Songs. So it's gonna be interesting going forward. I think 2020 is gonna be interesting for the R&B prospect, because now the true leaders of the game are shining. for the longest, Trey has always been the king, but he's always been silent about it. He ain't really about talking about being the king or being the best. He lets his music speak for itself, and that's what I respect the most out of him. And same can be said for August Alsina. He's not gonna brag about how great he is or whatever. No, he's about making music for life, and that's the best part. It comes from his soul. When you make R&B come from the soul, that's when you truly showing love. And right now, I'm getting that from Trey, and I'm getting that from August. The other cats, I'm not sure about Chris Brown. I know a lot of people fuck with his music. Don't get me wrong. He's not gonna drop a bad track, but to me, I gotta feel the substance in it. I haven't felt that for a good minute. Now I'm gonna be real with you. Like, I don't really check out his music as much as I do Trey and August, because I know he's all over the map. That's just how he is. He's got to do what he's got to do, you know. And that's just, and I don't want to knock his hustle, because at the end of the day, if that's what makes you happy and that's what you do, by all means, do what you got to do. I don't want this dude to stick in R&B if he wants to do whatever he wants, but at the end of the day, I can't say he's the king, because, like I said, I feel like he hasn't fully wrapped around and get into it as much. But that being said, can Chris Brown be up there with these two? Absolutely. Absolutely. I feel like for him, it just has to be kind of like, I don't think he's that type of emotional dude where he likes to get sentimental about feelings as much as he kind of likes to just have a good time, have fun, and get everyone to smile and laugh, which I love. That's what I find is very endearing about him. Let me put it that way. But at the same time, when he can make a song like how he did about K, titled K, man, I'm telling you that they're the triple threat of R&B: Trey Songz, Chris Brown, and August Alsina. It's only a matter of time before these three decide to come and be like, hey, you know what? Let's take it back and let's do a three-man group. I mean, talk about like a Benjamin Button reverse kind of trend where, like, usually you see a group come blow up, then they separate. Like you saw B2K and Omarion and Jodeci and Casey and JoJo and all that, and then New Edition, and then you got Bobby Brown, Johnny Gill, and then Belle Biv DeVoe. But essentially it's like the other way around, where they all started off just being single artists, and then they're like, you know what? Let's do this together thing. Now, if they did that, the R&B game is gonna be amazing. That's just how I personally feel. But either way, though, back to this song, man. Trey Songz was just phenomenal. That's all I can say, man. And you know, he never misses when it comes to making you feel the song, with the way he brings the melody out of his voice. Strong. The only one that can really top him, and I'm telling you, he's the only one that can be the true king of R&B, in my opinion, and stand on top alone. Well, not alone, but with his lady on the side, and that's Eric Bellinger. If he does an E-mix to this is going to be the closest thing we get to the best of Eric Bellinger since the Cuffing Season days. Like I said, he just fell off, and then he felt like he needed to be on that player shit. I don't know what it is. It's like ever since he and Tory met, they both just... It's funny, they both climbed up, and then they kind of hit a crossroad where they ran into each other, and they both just fell off the cliff or something like that. You know, go figure. But either way, we'll see. But all I know is just the way he was singing that hook, we're going in circles. Like, you know, he was just doing that. That's how Eric Bellinger used to sing, like on the Rebirth and on Choose Up Season, Cuffing Season 1, Cuffing Season 2, eventually. So, I can't help but feel nostalgia at the same time. But like I said, I don't want to take this away from Trey. Don't get me wrong. Phenomenal performance. The verses was really sentimental. The lyrics was there. You know what I mean? I mean, my goodness. You don't tell me he doesn't show respect to women here. Like, he always kind of has his way. Like, he just wants, at worst, he wants the girl to be freaky. But at the end of the day, he's going to be a grown man and treat her like a woman. I don't think I've heard him say, bitch. Let me think. Has he said bitch in the songs? He probably has, but I don't recall him saying it as often as other artists do. Nah. But either way though, like I feel like he has a, you know, in contrast to some artists out there, he tends to have a little more respect. But yeah, the R&B game is gonna be solid with Trey still kicking it as the top veteran in the game. You know, you got August Alsina, the dark horse and the one who's making a comeback. Then you got the young stud who's just making his mark in Jacquees. You know what I mean? And of course, let's never forget the people's champion in Eric Bellinger. If he can get everything to turn around and get his R&B game back to working again, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. R&B is gonna be back to the way it was in the teens, and it's gonna be stronger than ever. Oh, and don't forget Bryson Tiller. Let's not sleep on Tiller. Okay? And obviously, if Tory Lanez get back to his 90s groove self again, because boy, that guy can do something with that. Yeah, and that's just on the guy side. We haven't even get into the female side and all that, like Tiana Taylor, you know, Rihanna, who I feel like is starting to make a shift towards that too. Her. I almost called her I almost called her she, but it's her. And then of course the newcomer Summer Walker, who's essentially the female Bryson Tiller. Hey, it's clean. It's really clean, man. So R&B is gonna be really dope. After really, I want to say a couple of dark years. Well, not dark years, but underachieving years, where we really did miss out some of the best music from certain artists. Like I said, Seldom, TREY SONGZ, who really was one of two. Jacquees potentially being the other, pushing through, still putting out good quality music amongst the majority of trash out there. Hey, that's great. And like I said, Tiller's gonna be coming back in the fold pretty soon. No rush on him. Let him do his thing, take his work. August just finally made his comeback, and let's pray to God that he keeps this consistent and doesn't fall off again. That's it. We'll see what Chris does. Like I say, it's whenever he's in the mood, man. If he's in the mood to come back, let's say if he wants to bring back that OG version like how Trey did here, bring it back to that debut album day where he was making but non-stop R&B tracks. To me, still the best album he's ever released in his career. You can't top that. I mean, but yeah, we'll see. Anyways, this is your boy True Blue signing out. Check out Circles, definitely. I can't wait to see what he does with this song. I don't know if it's gonna be a Lucy or if he's gonna eventually drop another project, which is gonna be mind-blowing. But knowing his track record, it shouldn't be too surprising, because he definitely drops quality when he feels like he can. Alright, stay safe and stay blessed, y'all. And remember, mask on. Alright? Forget what Future said. Ow! Deuces.